if this game ends up going the distance here. Simply the incoming match. Welcome to Cataleda for the third game in this best of 3 series, spawning in the 5 o'clock position. It is Dead Pixels True. He currently is tied up 1-1 with this Zerg, not willing to go down without a fight, doing an incredible job sneaking those Zerglings to pick off that third base location, and then following up with a series of unexpected attacks to take game number 2. Can he convert here in game 3? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Team Properties Zanster. Well, this just got interesting. I'm sure a lot of you watching the stream will be rooting for Zanster as well. Pretty sick series we have so far, and it's going to be very, very exciting to see who wins here in game number 3. We actually have the spawning pool first coming down from True, playing it a little bit safer in game 3 here. Now, more or less all roads lead to Rome. Spawning pool first, followed by the hatch, of course, means you get the queen out a little bit earlier, so you get the extra larva from the inject. And the hatch first, of course, you just get the larva from the hatchery itself. So all in all, not that massively different at all. And the players will soon be able to scout their spawning locations. Now, is this Overlord? Oh, there we go. We spot the hatchery, and he's actually moved straight into the main base, not revealing that he's scouted his opponent just yet. True squeezing out the maximum amount of time he can get, but Zanster now knows he spawned in the bottom as well, thanks to this Overlord spotting the lack of creep here on the left-hand side. Oh, wow. So thank you very much, guys, for your follows and your tweets in the meantime. We have quite a lot of comments and questions coming through. I tried to get a TLO game earlier. Unfortunately, he's no longer in the bracket. I have been reading these. I'm at JoRoSaR. Let us know what you think of the games. And, well, the winner of this is going to go into one of the quarterfinal matches, so I'm looking forward to that as well. An awful lot of StarCraft going on this evening. And, of course, we have 2 fully paid qualifiers to the Gfinity StarCraft Masters 2, which is going to be the first weekend of May. Really looking forward to that. I really enjoyed the first one. Some sick games. Really loved casting in a cinema environment. It's just so different to a normal tournament. If you guys haven't experienced it, or you happen to be in England, or are able to pop across for the weekend, definitely get your butts over here. It's amazing. Really good fun. Nice to be able to munch on some popcorn, sit in comfy cinema seats, and watch these nerds duke it out on the big screen as well. Never thought I'd be on a cinema screen, to be perfectly honest. That's not something that I had on my bucket list, but hey, I guess I'll take it. Back to this game, though. We have a slightly earlier Zergling speed here for True. And he's going to be able to sneak up a little bit of that map control. We had a couple of sneakylings trying to move in and see what's going on. Hasn't been able to scout any of the gas inside the main base yet. One of them has been taken, but no workers are currently in it. In the meantime, scouting information for True has purely come from Overlord so far. No updates other than we do have an extractor pumping out that gas as well. But Zanster, of course, has a significantly slower Zergling speed. So that just means True is going to be able to get a little bit of that map control before Zanster is able to capitalize on those faster units himself. And we actually see True going for a much, much earlier third hatchery here. Now, this Overlord from Zanster is not going to be able to spot it straight away, but I wonder if it's going to be there soon. We also potentially see aggression coming out here. Much earlier Roach Warren and the Lair already coming out from Zanster, so we could just be going straight into Roach speed in a very heavy initial attack. We also have the Evolution Chamber, double Evolution Chamber coming down. So he won't really be able to flood, especially if he goes for those double ups as well, but he'll certainly have much, much faster Roaches. Let's see if that ends up playing a part. True's now going for the Roach 1 and Evo Chambers of his own. So yes, they're slower. They're not that much slower. But Zanster does indeed start the +1 straight away. So potentially looking to attack with that advantage in hand. Is he going to be starting +1 Carapace as well? No, it doesn't look like it. Not at this moment anyway. And True's actually started his +1 too. So it looks like things are going to even out. And in fact, I think True's going to be able just to get his own... Well, hang on a second. We don't have a layer, actually, at the moment for True. So his Roach speed is going to be a lot slower. So he'll have the attack. He won't have the speed. And there's the +1 Carapace. So potentially, if we have the speed coming up after this, which we do, of course, for Zanster, if we have the +1 Carapace as well, then he might have a nice little bit of timing where he just has map control. Roach speed alone, I don't think is going to win him the game, but it's certainly going to win him control of everything in No Man's Land, and might get him a little bit of a sneaky attack in on the third base as well. So let's see if he opts to do any sort of aggression there. We already see he has Roaches out in the middle of the map. He's reasonably confident that he can take that position at this point in the game. He would be correct as well. Are we going to see another ZVZ upset today? Targa took out Hydra. Is Zanster also going to take out True? Let's not count any pennies yet, but he did a pretty good job to win in game number 2. But True is just a fantastic player as well. Now, Roach speed is about to complete for Zanster. We've only got +1 and non-stop Roaches coming out from True. Nowhere close to Roach speed, by the way, because we don't even have a layer on the way. So is this going to be the correct defense? I mean, he's going to have Roach numbers on his side, actually. It's 21 versus 16 right now. So Zanster's got speed, but he hasn't got the numbers. He's going to have to split and do some pretty impressive attacking. Is he going to pick off this Queen, potentially? Doesn't look like it. And he's moving towards the third base. The Roaches see him. He's moving in as well. And Zanster can move as quickly as he wants. But if True is just going to be hugging his hatcheries, there's not much he can do right now. And these Roaches trying their best to sneak in a bit of an attack. Won't be able to get any purchase on that right now. This second group of Roaches, yes, it has speed, but I think the numbers advantage is in True's favor. And he's actually going to be aggressive off the back of this as well. Wow, very aggressive. 18 more Zerglings on the way. And this suddenly became very, very serious for Zanster. He needs to get back ASAP. The Zerglings surrounding a Roach and stopping him from being able to get back there. We have got a Spine Crawler at the third base. I don't think this will be broken right now. I think the defender's advantage is pretty great, and we've also got this last Creep Trooper connecting these bases as well, which is going to be so, so important for Zanster. Let's see, the Queen has got a Transfuse, instantly goes off on a Roach. The Queen's going to go down as well. Are we going to see... Oh, wow, actually, I think the numbers might be enough here. 11 Roaches and 14 Lings. He's non-stop right now, and it is going to be enough. We stand corrected, 155 to 122 supply, and Zanster, with the faster Roach speed, perhaps... not going for quite as slick a timing as he had thought here, because the counterattack from True with the Speedlings as well, which is I think what Zanster wasn't expecting, was so effective. He is forced to abandon his third base. True now has 3 bases to the 2 of Zanster and leads by 40 supply. This technically is a 1 position for True here, but this upgrade is about to complete. Alright, you've got 1-1 Roaches versus 1-1 Roaches, but a lot more Speedlings on the map right now for True. In fact, it's 36 Speedlings versus none, so that tends to be the big problem right now. And he can actually just stay there and continue mining off of 3 bases and possibly take a 4th and say, what are you going to do? I'm camped out outside your natural right now. You've invested too much in that tech. And only now is True getting his layer up. Now he feels in a position where he's actually got this covered. It feels like just his understanding of the way this aggression happened to work is just so good right now. The Spine Crawler is going to come down. It's going to basically immediately get shut down here. 165 to 143 supply. The upgrades are the same, but we have the extra Zerglings for True. Zanster now enjoying the defender's advantage, but True currently enjoying the absolute numbers advantage. It's 33 versus 28 in favor of True right now. We're going to be able to see a faster resupply from Zanster. I think he's going to be just about be able to hold this, is he? 26 to 60. No, it's starting to snowball actually in favor of True. 136 to 105 supply. We have 2 more Roaches and a Queen popping out as well. That's going to help a reasonable amount. But this is basically going to end in favor of True with 3 or 4 Roaches remaining, I think, based on the way this is going right now. And even more Roaches coming out, but you can see they're just more and more effective the more you're able to snowball in the beginning. And it's 24 versus 12 in True's favor right now as Zanster holds this. More and more. Oh, is the Queen going to go down as well? No, he just about saves it. But 2 bases versus 3, and True has been mining from that the entire time. He's got a 5 worker lead now as well. His army supplies 88 to 50. He has just been pooling those units. Look at this. He is getting ready for round number 2. And now he has his roach speed almost done. Now he feels like he can go toe-to-toe. He's also got the +2 attack, which is faster than Zanster's as well. So yes, Zanster will be able to retake this third base, but he basically needs 5 free minutes in this game to sort of get up to the point where True is right now. He's 50 supply ahead, and I don't think Zanster can afford to be aggressive. He just doesn't really have the remit to do that right now. I mean, it's a really difficult situation. Some people opt to double expand off the back of this or similar to try and get back in the game. But I think once True is maxed out, that's just going to coincide with +2. And I don't see a realistic way of Zanster defending against this incoming attack. I just can't realistically see it happening. The extra Zerglings in that fight a little bit caught Zanster a little bit off guard, and that was enough for True to start snowballing here. He's producing nothing but roaches. Here comes that attack coinciding with +2, as we said. Zanster sees it with his roaches. His third's only 2/3 of the way done. He has fewer larvae. He has fewer roaches. He has no speedlings. And it's 58 versus 35 roaches. This is unfortunately going to be a tidal wave. Zanster played so well in game number 2, but look at the amount of red streaming across the map. Defender's advantage or not, guys, there are no larvae coming from this hatchery. I'm afraid the numbers game just is speaking volumes right now for True, and he can just march straight into the natural domain and say, fine, you take the third, I'm going to take absolutely everything else here. And Zanster is on his last legs. He's down to 105 supply versus a maxed out Dead Pixels True. And in game number 3 of the ZVZ, only one player can proceed to the quarterfinals of the EU qualifier here. Zanster's going to have to GG out. He says good luck, and True advances to the final 8 here and goes within 2 series of an all expenses paid ticket to the Gfinity Spring Masters 2.